Look, let me tell you something about being in the ring at the highest level. You got to be prepared for everything. And Sean Porter tonight showed a whole bunch of things in that side of that ring. And I'm going to explain it to you after I introduce myself. For those of you who have never watched my channel, shame on you. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. Now back to the topic at hand. Let me explain something to you when it comes down, and this is going to be interesting to you who've never been on this show or this page. You're going to learn something today that's going to give you really, really good insight on the sport of boxing. And this ain't no fluff like a bunch of stuff that you see out here on YouTube. This is Bible of boxing. And when you break down a fight and it has different layers and different magnitudes to it, one of the things that you can say is, I can prove it. I ain't just talking about it. And one of the things that Sean Porter had to learn tonight is that sometimes you ain't doing enough in the camp that you're in. So he had to come over to the East Coast where I am. He had to come over here and see how it gets done on this side. And what he did realize is there are levels from the sports performance aspect, the way we view it over here on the East Coast, to the way you have to take your nutrition seriously. Not just getting into fluff nutrition plans, but knowing what's going to take you to the next level, the level that you actually have to go to in the sport of boxing. And that's what he did. And he learned that you can't just get into the ring and dance around and think that's going to be enough. You can't just get into the ring and bang. What he had to learn to do is learn how to mix it up. He was in there with a much taller fighter, a much larger fighter. What's up, family? The guy he was in there with controlled a lot of the action when it came down to it. But what Sean Porter did is control what the referees and the judges were looking at. He kept him on his toes even when he wasn't throwing punches. Understand this. He was showing character with movement. Now, Ugas was showing personality, but Sean Porter wasn't making faces. Sean Porter was in there to get that job done. Now, when it's said and done, maybe I scored more rounds for Ugas, but when it comes to championship, you have to go in there and take that. And Sean Porter never seemed broken, even though he was taking uppercuts to the body and still countering over top with that overhand right that he throws, menacing punch. I mean, it means something. It has an accent to it. And when he throws it, he has bad intentions on it. And you can't teach that. You can show a guy about it. But when a guy can get into the ring and do that at that level, what that says about him is that he's serious about what he does. And then whenever you see that guy take that punch and he throws his shot and he goes into that peekaboo style, bam, 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 and throwing them hammers and keeping their head off the line at the same time, what that says about that man, you cannot teach. His defensive prowess, his maniacal drive to outdo the other guy, his competitive spirit, his nature is to break your will by not allowing you to break his. And not only that, supersede what you expected him to do. So what I teach is, right now we're in the sector of the peekaboo training style. So if you go down maybe 5-6 videos on my page, so you have to subscribe so you can go right to it and you can see how we teach. And I'm giving you the breakdown of the peekaboo style. And it's not fluff. Soon as you see it, you're going to know. If you do not follow my page right now, you will know after seeing this video. When you see the breakdown, it's going to be like, okay, that's the real deal. Let me go ahead and subscribe for real. This dude know what he's talking about. I know that. But when I saw Sean Porter decide to get on his front foot, bounce over here to his life, roll, bob and weave, coming out, what? Right in the length, in the range of a longer fighter who got control, cat built like this, stacked up muscles, but it's fighter muscles. When he throwing them things, bit. And Sean Porter, inside of that, you got to make a conscious decision that if he hit me and knocked me out, I'm ready. I'm with it. He got to do it. You ain't made of that. 99% of the people that watch this post ain't got that shit in them. Because if you did, you'd be at a boxing gym or you'd own a title right now. The thing that it takes to have that, you can't teach it. Sean Porter got it. That's how he beat Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, one of the hardest punchers in boxing, pound for pound. He decided and he realized inside of that fight, oh my gosh, this boy hit harder than I thought. Even Keith Thurman admitted to it. Like, hell, he hit me on the elbow. My elbow was hurting for 2 years. Real talk. He said that's what injured my arm. Danny Garcia. He said if he would have caught me to the chin, I would have been out. There are people that punch like that. And that kid was hitting, he was throwing that shot to the liver, right to the solar plexus. And once he did it, Sean Porter made a decision. I'm not going to show you the pain. I'm not going to show you what it made me feel like. I'm going to overcome all adversity. Whenever you see this, whenever I bring that pain, son, whenever I come, you better be ready. No matter what you do, it's not going to be enough. And void of the jab, Ugas could have really separated the scorecard, but he was void of the jab. And I always tell my fighters, you start with the jab, you conduct the jab, and you end with the jab. And if you don't, stop fucking playing. Excuse my French, this is a family channel, so scratch that part. But this is real. When you in the game and you really do this for real, and you teach this, and I'm a teacher, a professor, and I've been at this level. Where them guys are at now, I was back here 15 years ago. And I know I look young, but I'm not. But I'm young at heart. Thing about it is, where Coach Porter and those guys are right now, I was there 10, 12, 15 years ago. I already done this, so I know what they're experiencing, and I know what they're going through. I done been in the at the booth, sitting in the pay-per-view thing with Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant sitting next to me, sitting up there bewildered, just like, wow, this is really happening. I done been there. I know what that's like. But the thing about it is having this scenario play out and with the way that these guys are materializing. I really appreciate the fact that Sean Porter right now, to me, doesn't look like he will be dominated by anybody. He just will not allow it. His conditioning is insane. And that's why we got that. That's why I decided to do. I have 2 peekaboo programs now. One is peekaboo style, which is the postures of the peekaboo. You learning everything, how to throw and doing these, all defense, offense, how to get the rhythms, how to get the biomechanics and all of that. Of the torso, the leg movements, explosive hip movement, the head pops, all of it. But then I said, man, do people realize how much it takes to throw those punches out of the peekaboo and to do the style? So now we created the Peekaboo Punch Performance Program. And it's releasing this week, which is the 11th to 12th. It'll be up and on the site. And it's going to show people what you got to know about the peekaboo style and the level that you have to take yourself, your body, your mind, and your soul to actually execute this thing. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to read the comments after the post. So I see you dropping comments there. So make sure you drop your comments if you got any questions, and just be expecting either tonight or first thing in the morning. I'll get back and make sure I get everybody. But I'm not going to allow you guys to miss this, what I'm telling you, because I appreciate you being here. But when it comes down to what I know, what I saw him being able to do, it really was impressive. Now, Ugas did enough. To me, if he was a champion too, that they could say, hey, well, he did enough. He showed enough character. His family was here. He came from nothing. All of a sudden, he had an opportunity to take and turn his life around. But this is what I tell you cats. When you got an opportunity, you ain't going to get no other opportunity. Now, he had an opportunity to win. And he did enough to hope he won. But he could have done a whole lot more in that ring. And he chose to do just what he did. Now, with that experience, could he fight better? Yeah. Because you got a shorter fighter in there. You got to keep him at bay. You got to use your jab. So, with that being said, continue to follow, because I'm going to leave off with this. We're going to segue our platform to View Me, which is a new platform like a Netflix with sports and everything on it. And what we're going to do is my show is going to air still here. It's going to come out for the Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia. We're going to have a magnificent show. We're going to show you a breakdown of the fight. We're going to do fight predictions. I'm going to show you how a fighter should eat pre-camp, during camp, and the week of weigh-in, through intermittent fasting and all of that stuff. So I'm going to break it all down. You guys make sure you subscribe and get that knowledge. And right now we're in the midst of living it. So you can not only just hear somebody talking about their life, you're experiencing the progress of this really happening with their people. And I came into the game to educate the sport, and the followers, the fans, the casuals, or diehards of what it's really like on this other side of the spectrum. And that's what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the post. Make sure you like it, leave a positive comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can learn about the progressions of how fighters eat, how they train conditionally, and how they work in the gym. And we teach you the skills, and you can work on them and do them at home even if you don't fight. So if that's worthy of you coming and subscribing to this page, I advise you do so, because that's what we got for you, and that's a consistent basis. And until next time, that's all I got. Coach Eric Bradley here, aka the Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. And this is Master Boxing, where you get your master's degree in boxing. So until the next time, I'll wrap with you guys. Make sure to check back in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, where we will be showing you some amazing things on a fight coming up and a breakdown. And I appreciate you guys attending. Like I said, tell your friends about this channel, because we coming hard, sturdy, strong, and consistent. We got you covered. Be blessed at God's speed. Peace. Visit our website as well. It's pretty damn awesome. Hi.